You're wasting all the time. Another hour gone, did you hear the chime? You're wasting all the time.
Recorded for
Thursday,
September 1st.
22.
Yeah, bringing it in like it's a home run. Thank you very much, John.
Hell
It
yeah.
was my
Nailed it.
pleasure.
I love it.
Slide. Hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome to Wasting All the Time. We are an improv comedy podcast. This is an orange episode, so I am your host this morning, afternoon, or evening. My name is Jess because I host the orange episodes, and it's an orange episode this go around. Now, I could probably do this all by myself, but one, that's lonely. Two, it probably wouldn't be quite as funny. And three, I'm not that narcissistic. Maybe.
Note taken for my solo project. Okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
I can't get any higher than that.
I don't even know if that registered.
Mine did. Shut up.
Oh, that one. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm
But
Dave. I have a low voice. I can sing C below. Fuck you.
I see.
But I will be doing this wonderful podcast with a litany of beautiful and magnificent cohorts. And I'm going to introduce them all right now. To my right is Dave.
Hello, my name is Dave, and I am right.
Yes. To my bottom is Cody.
Yep. No jokes there. It's me, Cody.
And to my, hey, look, sis, I won diagonally is John.
It is I, the beautiful one.
Allegedly.
See, my camera doesn't work, so, you just have to take my word for it.
Where's the lie?
And this is a audio thing. Media. I can't, words have been so difficult for me lately, and I don't know why.
Words are overrated.
Words are, everybody should be able to use. I just looked at myself in the camera, and I look like I'm in the middle of a freaking sinus, allergy attack, and I'm just realizing this right now, so I'm sorry.
Well,
I think I am.
It's an audio thing, so words.
They'll never know.
So all your characters are going to be the 14-year-old girl at camp going, oh, you're not supposed to do that.
I mean, that's all my characters in the first place, Cody, so thanks.
I did not say that. I was not that. Maybe. That's me.
All right. You rapscallions. I got to continue on with the introduction. So here at Wasting All the Time, we are, like I said earlier, we are an improv comedy podcast, and everything is made up on the spot with patron suggestion words and suggestions and things. Are you interested in throwing suggestions our way? By the way, join our Patreon. It's for $1 a month. You can join in on these live recordings, and you can see me having an allergy attack and see how John still has camera technical difficulties. And aren't you just missing out right now? $1 a month. That's $12 for a whole year.
It's all remarkably rad.
I just want to drive to John's house and fix it right, try to fix it right now. He's gonna be like, I'm gonna plug with this. I'm gonna do that driver. You stand there and hold the antenna, and I'm gonna sacrifice a goat, and we're gonna figure this out.
No, I get it. I have spent some time at pursuits of that nature. So
So we do have segments on this podcast, and because this is an orange episode, I'm going to kick off this episode with a very special segment that goes a little something like this.
Style it. Here we go. Art. What you want to know. Jess is gonna shape our minds like Play-Doh. A to the R to the final T. art's been around since the dawn of humanity. Marble, oils, whatever the medium. Jess is gonna shout it from on top the proscenium. Grab your notebook and make a note, cause Jess is the best. Jess is the GOAT. Style it.
All right, this is where I have to really get into the dog down dirty, because something in the art world has happened. Ladies, gentlemen, non-binary pals, friends, cohorts, my mortal enemies and my truest friends. It is Clip Paint Studio is switching to a subscription service in 2023, and a lot of people are up in arms with it, okay? And this is the one thing that I really want to point out, is it is a digital tool, and that is all it is. Clip Paint Studio is nothing more than a different version of Photoshop, than a different version of GIMP, than a different version of Painter Tool Sai. It is created and programmed by a group of artists that think this is how digital art should be made, and these are the certain pressure points and the types of brushes and the types of things that should be done in order to create digital art. So this is what I really want to say. It's a tool. It is no different than getting a piece of paper and a paintbrush. It is no different than getting a crayon, than pastels, than oils, than doing sculpture, hopping into Blender, another tool. It doesn't matter what digital art, like digital program that you're using to create your art. If you are so much hell-bent on using one digital program to create your art, and if the idea that something like this would take over your entire world, you need to honestly reevaluate your choices, because you're letting other people tell you how you're supposed to do your digital art and then holding you hostage, and it's not right. Grow.
Fuck them.
Bitches.
I got pumped up. I got pumped up for that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for us to move on to the next segment.
Upwards, downwards, forwards, backwards, I say we go fruitwards.
Yep, that is right, y'all. We have come to Fruitwards. This is where we have one green card and one red card. One of them has an adjective, the other one has a noun. We put them together, we say the words. We all sigh because the descriptions and definitions that are presented by the wonderful Unexampled Salts app for Fruitwards that you can find at fruitwards.com usually self-references the own word, and then we do a scene.
Usually.
I'm usually trustworthy.
Does. It's wonderful and it's quirky. But yes, if you have an Android, you can download this app. It's wonderful. It was made by our great patron, Unexampled Salt. Otherwise, you can go to Fruitwards. That's fruitwards.com, and you can use it yourself. Just pretend that you're Jess, because the button does say, Jess, draw the cards. And I'll know. Okay, we got our words. I did it right. I had it preloaded and I did it right. Allergy attack be damned. I got organization skills.
Stop the flow of these allergies.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, so our adjective is rotunda, and our noun is carnation. So let me.
I've only heard rotunda as a noun. Fascinating.
Maybe wait, yeah, because the green, yeah, that one's an adjective, the other one's a noun, yeah, which is interesting because the definition sounds very nounish.
Nounish.
Nounish. Okay, because the definition is a round building, especially one that is round both on the outside and inside, like the Pantheon at Rome. Less properly, but very commonly used as for a large room as the rotunda of the capital of Washington. Now I can understand.
That's a noun.
That's a noun.
Saying the rotunda of Washington is a noun. Yeah.
Because then carnation is those parts of a picture in which the human body or any part of it is represented in full color, the flesh tints. Did I? Yes. Green is adjective. But is why? Salt. I don't know what's worse when the definitions self-reference themselves or when I get my brain hurt. I barely passed grammar, but I'm confused. Okay. The second one is carnation. Well, the painting's all done.
Yeah, I think we did a great job on this mural.
Yeah. I think people are really going to pay attention to the transformative understanding of what it means to be a cardinal carnation.
Yeah. And just the whole context of government that it like shapes. I think this is going to have a profound impact on the people who visit and work here.
Yeah. You know what? John? I just want to say that it was a pleasure working on this project with you. Absolute pleasure. You're like a sunbeam on a gloomy day.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet of you to say. And for my part, I'm past all the arguments. So
great.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Bruce. So we'll meet up. We'll meet for lunch next week by this pink dot.
Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds fantastic. Wait, pink? Is it this one, right? I want to make sure we're talking about this. The pink.
They've been working on it for like 3 months.
Yeah, pink was not generally what I would ascribe to it as a label color.
Hey, Lena, I really thought that our solution to the signage missing debacle was pretty clever.
Yeah. I mean, I still think that I think just hiring a mime to like pick up a sign and throw it down on the ground and stomp on it over and over again while screaming mutely bloody heaven and hell. I think that would have been way better than a pink dot. But I mean, I know that was one of our arguments and you're over them, but
Yeah. And you didn't win that one, but
I didn't. No.
You won a lot.
I want to say it was 50-50.
Yeah. I didn't mean like a lot proportionally. I mean like a lot because just by pure numbers, there were so many.
But I mean, it sounded like you were saying that like I was like a bully or something,
Oh,
like,
no. And we did get the mime another job, so.
Yeah, it's true. That is true.
Now, children, can anybody tell me the significance of this piece of art right here?
It's a big pink nipple.
Alan, we've discussed this. What are we supposed to call it?
Big flesh tone nipple.
Thank you. Was that so hard? No. So, the big flesh tone nipple is which literary archetype?
It's the hero's journey.
I really think that, we could have put a little wizard hat on that one, little camping gear. So, people make sure they realize that this is the wizard's journey, cardinal carnation, But I mean,
yeah, I just really, and again, this is another one of the arguments that I won. I really felt like bringing in those sort of like specifics to the art was really going to distract from the more broadly applicable themes.
Yeah, I'm like questioning, should you have won that argument? That's all.
Also, I don't think we could have gotten licensing for it to be, the Harry Potter one.
I mean, likenesses, right? Like,
yeah, you all of your references for it were like just stills from the film.
Yeah, Dumbledore, just like stills, and then like those fan creations that were based off of fanfics of like Dumbledore, Hagrid stuff.
Yeah. And honestly, I kind of resented that you didn't just take me at my word on that to start with, and we had to bring in the whole, set of lawyers.
Yeah.
And debated on the house floor.
Right. So this is the wall in question.
Okay.
Yeah. So I figure we just paint over it.
Whoa. You're just going to paint over the flesh tone nipple?
I mean, yeah, it's only been there a couple months.
You can't paint over these cardinal carnations. I won't let you. I lost too many arguments.
Stop what you're doing. I'm going to glue my hand to the nipple and then see if you paint over it.
Yeah. Glue your hand, John.
Yeah. Protest.
Okay, it's just that the ownership of this building has changed. And
ownership of the Capitol?
Oh, no. The other side one?
Oh.
Oh.
And they never hire me, not after last term.
Oh, no. They might hire me because of last term. Ding.
Sorry, I must have totally missed the bit where that was a Capitol building.
It was hinted at.
Oh,
no one
okay.
Said it explicitly.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It was a very fun twist at the end there.
It is.
Which wouldn't have happened otherwise.
Yeah. So
that's why they call it improv.
Is improv.
That's why they call it interrupting.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Quoth.
Interrupting cow.
And this is how we go on to the next segment.
What have you been up to? To what have you been?
That is right. This is where we get to touch base with everybody and see how y'all are doing, and know what projects and stuff people are working on. So I'm going to go with the one who is the most handsomest in the room, apparently, because there's 17 of them. So by multiplication and quantum theory,
it's
that
just
has
a
to be
numbers
John.
game, yeah.
Oh, so you're going with salt first?
Well, I started my new job as a IT associate.
Nice.
As of this recording, I have been there 2 complete weeks, and this is the beginning of the 3rd.
Good.
Yeah, and so far so good. They haven't fired me yet. I'm looking forward to learning more and all my access and permission and tools and stuff, getting the rest of the way set up so that I can do more. Because right now I don't know why I didn't expect this, but I never quite grasped just how much of this job is just trying to chase people down to get them to tell you the stuff you need to know in order to fix their shit.
Oh, no. Oh, dear.
God forbid you ever have to take down the internet for more than 5 seconds at a time.
Ooh, that might be bad. Luckily, my particular area doesn't do anything like that. We're all telecom. So it's all like, mobile networks, cell phone procurement, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's like there's a lot of back and forth that happens, particularly with like the cell phone procurements. It's like, okay, well, which one do you want? How many of yada, yada, yada. And if they don't get back to you, you can't put in a quote. You can't move the process forward. And so some of these tickets have been open like a year.
And then it's your fault when someone comes back and goes, IT hasn't touched this in a year. What the hell?
No. So like part of my job is because the rest of everyone is sort of, busy with more complicated stuff, is I'm sort of trying to mop up those where it's just a communication breakdown. And so just like every other day, hey, just checking on this again. And then, to the point of, there's some of them where my supervisor has said, yeah, if you get to like attempt number 3, tell them, hey, and if I don't hear back from you within a week, I'm just going to close the ticket. Okay. And you can reopen it when you're ready to, move forward.
Yeah. That's insane.
I know, it's wild.
Okay. Cody.
That's me.
How's it going?
Honestly.
Shakalakin.
What is shaklesh?
What I said more than that. I said
I know shakalakin.
Shakalak. Yeah.
I know shakalakin. I just don't know what it is in with context with shaklesh. Anyway, things are going great. That's me being pedantic instead of being funny and hoping it turns into funny. No. Things are fucking phenomenal, honestly, lately. This is the period of my life where in the biography, they're like, he turned down a better job to pursue his dreams of art because I turned down a far better paying job to pursue my dreams of art.
Oh.
I applied. It would be a promotion and more hours, which would suck, honestly, because it's more desk work. But I'd basically be almost tripling what I make.
Oh my gosh.
But it would be almost full time. And the thought of doing full time kind of makes me want to put my head in a wood chipper. And so I was like, I hit that point where I was like, I'm done listening to my own bullshit. And actually, I'm going to get to work. So I turned over a whole new leaf. Tuesdays are now totally about voice acting, voice work, demo reels.
Heck yeah.
It's been a ton of fun. There was a very generous donor who acquired me some voice lessons from a local actor.
Ooh.
Who has done a ton of stuff, has been very successful in the industry, knows all the ins and outs. And so I went and had a lesson with them, and it was so much fun. And I learned a ton in like just an hour. And I just, I'm fucking juiced to do voice work and
sweet,
like get into it. You know, I got my little Memento Mori coin that is helping me out. So things are moving up, everything's coming up Millhouse, as it were.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Dave.
Yes.
What's going on around the roost, yo?
Oh, goodness. Well, pretty much all the same stuff, but for fun, because Cody often complains that my voice is deeper than his. I found a video on the internet that discusses a technique for singing low notes. And so I've been practicing that. Basically, how it works is you sing a tone an octave above what you're shooting for, and then you introduce vocal fry gradually, and then you kind of end up locking in to the perfect counter resonance such that it sounds an octave lower.
How do you do that without hurting your vocal cords if you're introducing vocal fry?
Well, vocal fry on its own is not a damaging thing necessarily. And I've been working on avoiding damage just by feel, so that if I start sensing tension in a bad spot, I'll lay off. And it's just about feeling. For me, it's been about feeling it out and finding that that right feeling. So I've been practicing that, having fun. I guess I should give an example, right?
Yes.
Let me boost the gain here. Ooh.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Yeah, that really works.
I even recorded it and let the program tell me what the note was, and it dropped an octave. So,
oh, cool.
So, because I was questioning it myself, I was like, is this just like in my head what it sounds like? Is it just a sort of an audio illusion? And yeah, probably, but it ends up sounding that octave lower. So that's been fun.
Heckin' sweet.
Yeah. What about you, Jess? What have you been up to?
Tell us your secrets.
Yeah.
Oh, I got no secrets. I don't have anything that I can announce completely just yet. Because I don't want to jinx anything. But good things are on the horizon for me. That's for sure. And I've just been working on art. I had a friend pass away like last month or something. So I've been working on this artwork that's like an in memorial kind of thing for him. That's actually been really cathartic, which is kind of fun. I mean, fun in the sense of like it's very emotionally opening, which is cool. I actually will be, as of this recording, I haven't left, but once this recording airs, I will be in Wisconsin because I'm visiting family out there for about a month, like 2.5, 3 weeks. Yeah, family. I'm going to go see my family, my familias. And since I telecommute, like I could be anywhere. So I'm just going to be there for a little while. Yeah. Other than that, like not too much going on. Just still keeping my head down, doing my art, trying to stream when I can. But of course, for September, I won't be streaming at all because I'm not going to take all of my stream equipment with me. And I never again want to try and stream on my MacBook Pro because that was interesting and a bit of an ordeal. So, yeah.
Nice.
But I think that means that we're all caught up. So we just got to check in with our audience. Hey, y'all, how you doing?
Good.
Excellent.
Cool. Aw. Oh, tell me more. Well, I don't mean to cut you off there, but we only have so much time in this podcast. So we're going to move on to the next scene segment.
Welcome. Why don't you join us as we lay down the cards? Find out what the fates have in store as Jess leads us through the Scene Foretold.
That's right, y'all. It is now time for the Scene Foretold, where I take a tarot card and pull it, read the description, let people in the chat see what the card looks like, and we will then do a scene based off of all of that information. That's a lot of information. This time around, I am using the Anima Mundi tarot deck.
Anima Mundi.
It's been a while.
Tell us the future, Anima Mundi. What's on your
said
mind
Enema
will
Mundi that
help
time.
us get all through the world. What?
You said Enema Mundi that time.
That's very different.
All right, and the card
Phrase that'll really get up inside you.
The whole world
we
round.
got is the 7. I can count the 7 of Pentacles.
Ooh.
Is that an elephant?
Oh,
It's an olephant. Yes, this is an African elephant. You are thinking of the future and have been investing a lot of time and effort into a long-term goal. You have also learned to focus your efforts where they are most important. While you may feel impatient with the slower progress, know that if you keep at it, your goals will come to fruition. And it's a little elephant, just like pushing it, like trying to reach its little trunk up to the tree. That's our inspo.
Man, I'm never gonna make it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just create my own barriers and then get stumped by them, you know? No one's gonna accept my work if I continue failing like this. It sucks, man. I don't know. Pass me another drink.
Sure, here you go.
Thanks. God. I don't know. Like, I've told you what they say. What's your feedback?
Well, I mean, you're right.
Thank you.
No one's gonna, you're never gonna be successful if you can't, figure out how to use a jackhammer on those barriers you keep putting up.
They're scary. They're so loud, like metaphorically.
Yeah, but I
You
mean,
know?
it's a metaphorical jackhammer, so
Yeah.
so
So
you
it's like a metaphorical portable earthquake that shakes my world and keeps me from focusing.
so you could metaphorically invent a jackhammer that does not do that.
What, like electric?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's electric. Maybe that's what does it. I don't know. I'm not a metaphor guy, but
Yeah. Maybe that's why we get along, opposites attract kind of a thing. Man,
I would
don't know,
not call this attraction. This is a transaction.
friendship is
Oof.
transactional.
Well, I pour booze in your glass,
I know, and I come in here like every evening.
right? And you give me money for the booze I put in your glass.
And for listening. Honestly, if it weren't for you to be my sounding board, I don't know that. I mean, I would probably stop coming.
Really?
An electric jackhammer, metaphorically.
Yeah, that doesn't make noise. So it's not scary.
But I kind of imagine my metaphorical barriers as like being made out of wire frame.
Wire frame. So you need something other than so you need like wire cutters.
Metaphorical wire cutters.
Metaphorical wire cutters.
I've been implying the wrong metaphorical tool to my problems.
You know, I am so grateful that I could be here for that realization.
Man, I'm going to tip tonight. This is great.
Well, I guess there's a first time for everything.
Can I get a Dirty Shirley over here?
Dirty Shirley coming up, yes.
Dirty Shirley, that sounds like some heavy duty stuff there for something.
It's a Shirley Temple, but with vodka.
Nothing you said contradicted what I said.
I like to call it a Shirley MacLaine myself.
From Die Hard?
No, she's the gal next door that runs the laundromat.
Oh, tell me about it.
I did. Just now.
Nah, not to be nitpicky, but you kind of told me more of it than about it.
This guy got some metaphorical eyeglasses or something that he's adjusting while he's talking to me.
Yeah, Paul here is kind of all about the metaphors.
I see.
There's so many of them. It's like everything in life can be described as something else. That's a great idea. With wire cutters, metaphorically, I could do something with this.
Yes, you could.
Metaphor. Yeah.
Barkeep. Random person with the dirty drink. Thank you so much. I can achieve all my goals now.
Maybe your goal could be like, either reading either of our name tags. That would be nice.
Nah, I don't want to get bogged down in metaphorical names.
Ding. Oh my gosh. Nah, metaphorical names. It's just hard.
It's too much.
It's so hard. I love it. Oh, with that said, it means we are going into the final segment of the podcast for this orange episode.
It's the final segment.
Wow, Cody, you're singing so much lower than me right now.
Fuck you. I mean, thanks, Dave.
Improv Game of the Week.
That is right, y'all. It is time for the improv game of the week. That is where I just bring a game that I want to see us play for this week. And the game that I want us to play is Meanwhile, because I like it a lot.
Meanwhile,
the way Meanwhile works is two people will be in a scene, doing a scene. And then at some point, another person outside of the scene will go, meanwhile, and they will say a different location. That's not where this scene is being taking place. And a scene will continue, or a new scene will start there within the same world.
And same time period, yeah.
Same time period, yes. Same world, same time period.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
You love it. I love it.
I love it. So for this scene, I need a suggestion, and I want a location. Okay, so our first suggestion for our location is a betting parlor.
A betting parlor?
A betting, like a B as in boy, not a P as in, not in like we're going to pet all of John's dogs. A B as in we're going to bet on which one is going to give Rain more kisses.
And who are going to be the two people?
Let us start with Cody and John.
That's me.
Okay.
Just let me make one more. I know I don't have any more actual money, but I'm going to win this one, which means I can pay you back with the winnings of this bet, right?
Look, this is not how it works. You were already so far in the red. Your ledger. You got to give me something, man. You can't keep piling up debt like this.
I mean, I have to win one eventually, right? That's one of the laws.
I mean,
either physics or Nevada.
It's less a law and more a fallacy.
Is that better?
I mean, it's not good.
Okay. So let's see.
Look, you just have to pay me a little bit of actual money, okay? I don't want to have to go back to the boss and put you in, the break his legs ledger.
Don't put me in the break his legs ledger.
Yeah, I don't want to, but I might have to.
Meanwhile, at the local Office Depot, hey, that guy came in again. You know, the ink cartridge guy?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it, and I know what you're asking. Yeah. Just red ones.
Only red. There's so much red in that guy prints I guess it's good he got one of those special printers that also prints the RGB, but
yeah, it's the third time this month. I'm wondering if we need to report him or something. It's just so weird
that it's only red. What if have you looked on our competitor websites? Maybe we've just got red cheaper than everybody else.
Oh, let me look it up. Let's see here.
I mean, that might be it. I'm not going to say that I haven't done that, but I actually have definitely done that. Gone and bought stuff at our competitors because they were cheaper than us.
Okay, that one's got nothing. They're sold out. Let me check our other competitors.
Meanwhile, at one of their other competitors, Office Depot is killing us in the red ink.
Well, I mean,
what are we doing?
We're sold out of the red ink. What do you want me to do?
Get more red ink. That's our biggest ticket item, Stan.
Look, our next 4 largest competitors are also sold out of red ink. There's some kind of thing going on.
Some kind of thing. Cool. That's what I'll tell the shareholders. Stan says there's some kind of thing going on. So that's why you don't have any money, faithful shareholders. Okay. I got a little upset. Stan, I respect you. I just want you to know I'm very happy you're working here at Ink Station, but it's very important that we figure out what to do about Office Depot and their red ink.
Okay, what do you want me to do? What do you want? Do you want my blood?
Are you properly oxygenated, Stan? Because that could work.
Meanwhile, at the Ink Station's shareholding Marriott meeting.
Yeah, so I like this. I feel like this is an intriguing concept, using human blood to make the red ink. So how do we go about that? How do we get the right leadership to pursue making red ink out of human blood?
Have you tried any of the nice little finger sandwiches they gave us? I mean, in this coffee, it doesn't look like it stayed in the thing for, 3 hours.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like someone actually made those sandwiches, and that someone brewed that coffee just really recently.
Yeah, it's nice. This is the nicest I've ever been treated as a small business shareholder.
Mm-hmm. It makes me think that if we could get these profit margins up, there might be more than nice finger sandwiches in it for us.
Meanwhile, back at the casino. Okay, I don't have any money, what about my blood? That's worth something, right? You can donate that and they give you like cookies or shit, right? I can open up a vein or an artery. I can't remember which is the good one right now.
You know, they are paying a lot for blood. There's been a run on red ink.
Oh, dude, I breathe like, that's some red blood right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe we can make a deal here. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. What's the going rate? What are we talking? I'm a tall guy. I got a lot of blood.
Well, let's say like
not that tall.
Cut back to the Office Depot.
I just got the weirdest call.
Oh, I just restocked all the red ink, so.
Oh, wow. How'd you get the ink? There's been a run on the supply chain or something.
I mean, I am a team player here at Office Depot. I remember all of the things that you have to, on your break, you're not allowed to actually take your break. You got to take those tests on your break and on your lunch break because they can't. I remember, and one of the things is any means necessary.
Yeah.
Even though I think they crossed it out because of that class action lawsuit, but still then put it in like different rainbow color fonts and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's different.
We aren't allowed to hold that class action against you, so don't worry.
They can't. I got ways. That's all I'm saying. I got a cousin that works in an industry that's seeing a lot of red lately.
Wait a minute. You told me about your cousin, the phlebotomist?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I had to look that up.
I was talking about the other cousin, but
Oh, different cousin.
Yeah. Different cousin. A gal could have more than one cousin.
Didn't you say they were twins and both phlebotomists?
Well, yeah, I did.
Huh.
Ding.
Oh, dear.
Love it.
They were both like, oh, yeah, of course they were.
I mean, duh.
That's my other cousin.
Oh, my gosh. So, y'all, that means that we have come to the end of this morning, afternoon, or evening's podcast of the Orange episode of Wasting All the Time for September 1st, 2022. Two toe beans. I want to say thank you so much for hanging out with us and listening. If you had like any inkling of like a heart jump joy to any of these scenes that you heard, you can go on over to wastingallthetime.com and you can put that scene in as a scene that you love in our little handy dandy form. At the end of the year, what we'll do is we'll take all of those scenes and then we put them up for vote. And then people vote on them. And the top 10 scenes or what have you, they will be re-aired with us listening and hanging out and talking about all of them. And it's a bunch of fun.
Yep.
Are you interested also in being in part of the fun and the tomfoolery that is Wasting All the Time? Well, you're in luck. Go to wastingallthetime.com and click our link to Patreon to sign up for our Patreon. We're $1 a month. That's only $12 a year. We'll give you extra content, extra funnies, and you'll be able to hang out during our live videos and see our beautiful faces and John's 17 selves.
Mm-hmm. There might be more by then.
Oh my gosh. That is how quantum works. Duh. Now, if there was anything in this podcast that you didn't like or made you upset or caused you to stare out into a window for an ungood or healthy amount of time, and then you realize that like 5 hours have passed and the podcast was done like 4 hours and 30 minutes ago, well, then you can take all those complaints over to Twitter where everything can be complained about, and you can let John himself know at
Jay Hansen himself.
It's his personal Twitter handle, and he never looks.
Never.
And it hurts my heart. I don't know what else I could try and tempt him with, y'all. I've tried kitties. I've tried cats. I've tried dogs.
Tried kitty cats.
I've tried kitty cats. Tried doggos.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't.
I mean, it's been difficult. I won't lie.
Yeah.
The temptation exists.
Yeah. Pavlov is adorable. little corgi with the attitude. Little corgi-tude.
Corgitude.
Corgitude to the
It's
max.
great. Yeah. Well, that is going to do us. I hope that it did you too. Wait, no, I shouldn't say that.
Are we not doing phrasing anymore?
I don't know. Well, it was said, and I'm moving right along. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever it is, wherever you are, when you're listening to this podcast. Why am I signing off with the same way that I sign off on Twitch? I don't know, but it's fine. We're fine. Everything is fine here. Join us
How are you?
next week when we return, not with a wasting all the time, but with a plot thickens. That's right, our serialized improv show. We will check in and see what's going on with the Potluck Pals. But until then, I bid you safe travels, wonderful adieus, many redos if you need them, and a bless you to your achus.
Bon voyage.
But
Goodbye.
Good night, folks.
Congratulations, you've made it to the end of another episode of Wasting All the Time, a podcast. If you enjoyed this show, then please consider subscribing on Apple Podcasts or Stitcher, or follow us on Spotify. If you really enjoyed the show, then head on over to patreon.com/timewastepod and become a supporter of our time-wasting efforts. Now, that was a lot of things I just threw at you, so if you forget all that, just head on over to wastingallthetime.com. And there, we have all the answers.
Jess, what is the colored wax stick that you mark on paper with?
What do you
I just
mean?
want to know. This is not a gotcha. I without saying it myself because I don't want to influence you. What is the colored wax stick that you use to color on paper? Sometimes kids use.
Oh, you mean crayons?
Okay, that's.
It's crayons.
Okay. Yes,
it's
that's it.
Crayola. Usually, it's Crayola crayons.
Okay, good. Thank you.
I go crazy when I hear people call them crowns. Nobody's royalty when you're using a Crayola.
Okay, well, there goes my story of being little.
Oh no!
Feels great.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
It's one of those dialect. Okay, whatever. It's one of those dialect things.
I know. That's why I wanted to get an undiluted sense of what you were saying. Because mine has like 2.5 syllables. So
2.5. Wait, how do you say it?
Crayons.
That's how I say it also.
Same.
Crayons.
Yeah, crayons. Crayons.
That's why I didn't see. That's why I didn't want to say it first because you start doing that human thing where you imitate other people.
Yeah.
Well, what's interesting is Jess's pronunciation has more of a schwa to the end, whereas
crayons. Yeah.
Well, crayons. And we're crayons, which is interesting.
I wonder if that's because of the Midwestern, the elongated O in the first place.
Yeah, I bet
It's very open.
Just what do you call the? Just because I just thought of this, and also because I want to do this, the small. It's like a nut, and it sometimes they're covered in chocolate.
One?
Sometimes they're covered in chocolate or like
A pecan.
No. It starts with the first letter of the alphabet.
An almond.
Okay. Interesting. I thought for sure you would have said almonds. Almond. Yeah. Like that was my guess. It was just a guess. It wasn't.
Oh, no.
Almonds.
Almonds. Almonds. I find those words interesting because people on the West Coast usually drop the D.
Oh,
almonds. Yeah. We all like almonds. It's like
you're an almonds. I'm gonna go to church and take my alms.
Almonds.
my chocolate covered alms.
Alms.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The N is a grace note.